All right. I will be going over widgets, the use of widgets and taking them out. If you guys are anything like me, you're very obsessive compulsive over what's on the site as soon as you start it. How do I get to it? So you go to Appearance and then Widgets. And the first thing I do when I go to when I start a WordPress site is I look at the site itself and I see what's on there. I see all the welcome post and like the sample title and stuff. And then on the right side, there's a huge bar of widgets. And widgets are basically different tools that you can have that make your site easy to navigate. You can connect it to like Facebook, like Twitter, like LinkedIn and stuff. And in the very beginning, I find it kind of pointless because there are categories, they're like widgets like categories and archives for all of your posts, and you don't have any posts yet. So it's kind of barren. So what I usually do is, oh God, what did I do?
You just go back to Appearance.
I'm getting nuts. So usually when you start the site, some of these widgets won't be in available widgets. They'll be on the right side under like primary right there. And so what I like to do is I just like to take them and put them into available widgets because that takes them off of the right side, and it just leaves your WordPress site very like basic, and it's a good like platform for you to build up from. I don't like having to start in the middle somewhere, and then I feel rushed to like make all these posts to like clog up the like calendar and all that. So I like to take it all down and start from scratch. That's basically it. It's simple as drag and drop. Yeah.
So what about the difference between the available widgets and then the inactive widgets?
I believe that the inactive widgets keep everything that you had in the settings for it. So like all the categories that you made under the categories widget would still be there, but they'll just be invisible on your, what is it called? The front house? The front of the?
Front end.
The front end. It'll be invisible on the front end, but you'll still have all of the settings. Info.
So if you spent the time to use the calendar widget or the pages widget or the categories widget, and you entered all this information, but then you decided for whatever reason it didn't look right, you can just drag it into inactive widgets and it'll keep all of your settings so that if you decide later you want to use that widget again, you don't have to redo everything. If you slide it back into available widgets, it deletes all of your settings so that and it makes it a clean, empty widget again.
And that can be helpful too if you just want to start from scratch.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions for Anthony? Are there any widgets that you definitely want for your site?
I usually don't like using widgets that much. I feel like it congests the site, and the reader or the viewer doesn't really know where to look at first, because there will be like a left sidebar or like a top bar, and then there's just this huge bar on the right side, and they're like, what is all this? Archives is pretty helpful once you get more stuff on the page, I feel like. But
what other, you guys looking up there, what other one do you think would be really useful on a site? Very basic. Yeah, search. That way your user can come to your homepage and search for something specific in your site. It's just a basic search bar.
Boop.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Not about this.
Let me stop this video.
Oh, continue.
Drop off.